also, speaking of people setting precedents and hopefully paving the way for other people, I got to give it to you because you were the first person that put me up on this motherfucking Afroman trial.
I did? Oh.
The first you had sent me the first video on
Yeah.
TikTok, and I think I have that clip. We'll play it in a second. But yeah, when I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? I was so confused. I was like, wait, Afro Man's on trial. Then I did the deep dive and absolutely fell in love with the motherfucking lore. And yeah, Afro Man was essentially on trial this week for some viral music videos that happened after a 2022 police raid. And actually, I think I got a clip.
And police officers that violate my home, steal my money, should not be allowed to sue me.
In August of 2022, Adams County deputies raided the home of Joseph Foreman, better known as the rapper Afroman. They had a search warrant tied to an investigation into possible drugs and kidnapping victims.
They didn't charge me for any crimes. They didn't find no large amounts of marijuana or whatever narcotic they were saying. They didn't find any kidnapping victims.
Afroman was never charged with a crime after the raid. Deputies seized thousands of dollars in cash that was later returned, but Afroman says about $400 was never recovered. The raid also left damage throughout his home, and he says the department told him it was not responsible for paying for the repairs.
The guy started laughing and waddling his head. He goes, "We're not required to do that." And they were unapologetic.
Afroman used his own security footage from the raids in a music video to make money to pay for the damages sustained to his home.
I got freedom of speech, and then I used my personal life to write my music. I was going to clean my room, but then I got out. Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? I'm singing about what actually happened to me.
Deputies who appear in the video are now suing the rapper for the damages caused by their faces being in the videos.
Hey, we raid your house, we steal your money, we disconnect your cameras. Now we need to sue you for saying something about it.
Afroman filed a countersuit for the damages to his home, and Judge Jonathan Hines dismissed those charges in February.
They dismissed all of my claims with the click of a mouse in some little office somewhere without a hearing.
Afroman believes this lawsuit violates his free speech rights as an American and as a working artist in the United States.
As a working rapper that raps for a living and pays taxes to America with rap money, I need raw materials. Raw materials is my life experiences.
Yeah, so the man Afroman got raided, wasn't feeling that shit and decided that hey, I'm gonna go ahead and use that fucking footage. And it's crazy too, because so not only did he make, you know, some music videos that went viral, I did not know he made a whole fucking album called Lemon Pound Cake, and the great majority of them songs he's going in on the motherfuckers on multiple, like that whole album is about, yo, fuck the police and fuck y'all for raiding my house.
Yeah, especially fuck these 4 to 6 specific
these
police.
Ones in particular. I don't like any of them, but these ones in particular, yo, fuck them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was deserved. Everything he did and everything he said, one was true. I mean,
yeah,
there were no lies. I mean, I guess you're saying I fucked your wife, and some of it's like just, you know, obvious locker room talk. But you know, the other stuff, he's just like, hey, here's the footage. You know, I'm just saying what's on the camera.
I'm just describing these events.
He just, I mean, you see it in his eyes. He wanted to put his gun down and cut him a slice. Like, he was into that cake.
You were called Officer Pound Cake by Mr. Foreman?
Multiple times.
You
received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
They were sending a pound cake.
The context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
I don't know where he got it at, but you'd have to ask him that question.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door, and I heard the glass break.
You would admit admit that you with the glasses can buy a lemon pound cake on the counter?
Yes,
And that is security footage from the search of Mr. Foreman's residence?
I assume, yes.
But there's no question that you during the search.
Yes.
There is question.
No, that was me, yes.
The Adams County Sheriff laid down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just a living pound cake. Mama's living pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a
Slice.
Living pound cake. He wanna put down his life. Living pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Living pound cake. He's a family guy. Living pound cake. Crunchy because he got hot. Living pound cake.
Pound cake. Yo. Fucking A. And that
Amazing
is
stuff.
the definition of yes, and turning lemons into lemonade or lemons into fucking lemon pound cake in this instance. That is absolutely hilarious. The fact that for the people only listening to it, like literally, they break into the door, they come in with their guns ablazing. The guy is walking in the kitchen. He walks, he takes a look over, he sees the lemon pound cake, he turns and looks back. Oh shit, I kind of want me a slice of that.
I mean, just a classic double take, like of ooh, like you can hear the ooh. You can't actually hear it, but you see it in his eyes that he went ooh.
What do we have here?
And it was in like a classic glass cake thing with the clear dome lid thing that goes over it. So it was just perfectly shined up and basically put on display, and he couldn't help himself. It's such a natural reaction, and to be mad, I mean, what kind of a cornball sucker? Like, what kind of just? You're mad that people are delivering pound cakes and leaving them at your
You're getting
desk.
free food. Come on, man. Be grateful.
Fam, I would have. Unless he's mad, like I've gained 18 pounds in the last 6 weeks, fucking with y'all on this damn cake. Unless that's his complaint, he needs to shut the fuck up and enjoy
that damn pound cake. Yeah.
And then Lisa up there crying. I thought that was the one that they might have you calling this lady a lesbian and she wear a strap on to work. Like it was just crazy. I thought maybe like it's kind of super personal in a way that's not cake or calling Sheriff Randy something is a son of a bitch. And but they have to go through like. So I don't think this happened, but it's like, so is your mother a bitch? Is she mean? Is she a, is there any validity to? It's just, it's just absurd, and I think it was like kind of like Tiger King during the pandemic. It was just kind of one of the things that we just kind of needed at that, we need to see some, even if it's just this tiny bit, we need to see some like justice, some arrogant,
some small
arrogant, dickhead cops get put in their place on camp. And we got to see the whole trial, or certainly the highlights, the best parts. That they made such a bonehead move trying to sue for millions of dollars. And I don't know if I sent you the one video, but the one woman was like, if you watch closely, like the judge wasn't particularly happy with the verdict.
Oh, really?
He didn't thank the jury on the way out. There's some pretty telling things if you know what to look for. If you're familiar with how this, well, not even that, but if you're just familiar with procedures.
How they're
they said if they thought if this was a judge, not a jury trial, but a judge's one, he would have probably went in favor for the cops. But the jury was like, no. And I'm sure they deliberated in about 20 minutes. Like, yeah, no.
I know, because literally the trial was only 3 days, right? Because I think it started Monday. It started this whole thing
happened this week.
Happened this week, yeah. And actually, before I forget, because you mentioned what was he calling her? Lick 'em down, Lisa.
Lick 'em low, Lisa.
That woman is hurt.
She made my house. She just connected my camera. She went down on my spouse.
No, and like you said, I too also that was one of the ones who I kind of, if any of them kind of I guess you could say, crossed the line that maybe he was found, guilty of. And that, honestly, that was probably the one that the judge really was upset about, seeing that white woman crying on stage. I was probably the one that really plucked at his heartstrings.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. The whole thing was embarrassing. And yeah, again, it was just one of those things we needed.
Yeah.
Right.
We needed
right time.
Yeah. And that's always, it's one of those things too, because I am glad that he won. Anytime underdog, beats the fucking police or any, people of authority, it's always a good thing. Yeah. And then also, I think if he gets in trouble for this sets a weird precedent with with free speech and parody law. Because a good example is fucking Saturday Night Live. Every fucking week Saturday Night Live gets out there. They're making fun of Trump. They're making fun of what's going on in politics and what's going on. Mm-hmm. And that really opens up the door of oh shit, if we can't do parodies or whatever, that's a whole nother fucking level of censorship that we're going to start running into. So So yeah, absolutely motherfucking insane. But kudos to Afroman. I'm not the biggest fan of Afroman because if I remember correctly, I think he's a Trump supporter.
No.
I think he's a Trump supporter, but I'll still take this as a common man victory. We needed this. Fuck the police.
Even Trump supporters shouldn't get their shit kicked in and and disrespected and sued.
We're still Americans. Yes. Yeah. And again, we have to make sure that we're not setting a precedent because what they do to them, they're going to do to us. What they do to us, so on and so forth. We're all in this together. We got to figure out a way to fight the fight together.